What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at some cards that are moving up in price, so we can take a look, see if you guys have them. If it's cards that you're wanting to get, you can kind of see that they're moving up in price in the market as we speak. Thank you guys for the support recently. It's been awesome. If you guys will leave a like and subscribe, it'll help me out a ton, and let's get into it. Alright guys, so our first card here is Raging Bolt from Prismatic Evolutions. It's up 14%. When it came out, it was right around a $95 card. Looks like it's moved up a little bit. Someone got one right now for $122 today. And then it looks like a couple days ago, $150, $160. Maybe these were some nicer centerings and maybe they had pictures. But again, $125, $130. It's Prismatic Evolutions. You can't get it. All these cards are probably going to be pretty high up there, so I wouldn't expect too much. But definitely one to keep an eye on if you're watching for that. Next up is a Houndour from Obsidian Flames. It's up 375%. I believe I covered this card a while ago. If you look at it, we're almost $30 card. 26, 23, 26, 21, 28. So it's definitely moving. Again, late last year, it was a $2 card. Moving into the beginning of the year, it was still a $2 or $3 card. So it's kind of crazy to see that it's almost a $30 card now. Back then, Obsidian Flames, I think I pre-ordered 4 booster boxes right around like $90 for them at the time. So definitely some cards to look for. People were mainly in it for the Charizard. This is a cool artwork. Definitely one to watch, or maybe if you have it. Next up from Surging Sparks is the Execute. This is up 252%. It was right around a $12 card. It sunk all the way down to $4. And now it's at, it looks like an all-time high right around $17 a card. So $16.75, almost $20, $15, $16.29. Another cool card. I believe this is kind of like one I'll show later where you have the Execute from one and the Executor from the other way. You can see they're kind of looking up at it with the shadow of it in the background. Next up, guys, this card is pumping like crazy. It is the Drowzee from Scarlet and Violet base. I think we've covered this card 5 or 6 times. I've told you guys I love the artwork. I love how cool it is. Has that darker vibe to it. Almost looks painted. Super cool. I think when we first covered it, this card was like a $5 or $6 card. I think if we even go back, yeah, it was $5 or $6 for the longest time. And I think we covered it again. It was right around 9, 10, 11, 12. And then recently it's just exploded to where it's like a $100 card. I looked at trying to buy one. I mean, $60, $104, $70, $79. That one's in Japanese, so $25, $79, $80, $82, $87. So I mean, this card's going crazy. If you have it, you might want to get rid of it. But to be up 1,500% is completely crazy, almost overnight. So definitely a play for you guys. If you have it, you might want to sell it to get some capital to buy some other stuff. Or if you've been looking to get one, now you know it's close to a $100 card now. Next up, we're covering the Brute Bonnet from Paradox Rift. I'm covering this card because I love the art style of this. It kind of has that Drowzee vibe to it. Super cool card. Again, it's up 112%. When it came out, it was right around a $4 or $5 card. And then you can see it's just exploded in price. We're up to, I believe it's like $30 now. $29.99, $29. Another thing, if you're looking here too, guys, if you like the artwork but you just can't afford to pay the English price, grab it in Japanese. $30 card. You could pick up 1 or 2 at $5 in Japanese if you want. If you can't afford it, get it in Japanese. If you're not about wanting in English, if you just love the artwork but you don't want to pay the price for it, always look at Japanese. Japanese is usually cheaper than the English counterpart to it. So if it's something where you just want the artwork but it's become out of reach, I mean, like, I don't have the English Magikarp, but I have a 10 in Japanese that I paid, I think, like $60 for. That card raw was like $90 in English. So I personally like it. I love the card. So to have it in a 10 that's graded meant more to me to have the artwork than in the English counterpart. So again, another thing to look at, guys, when you're looking at stuff, if you just love the artwork but can't afford the price, check for it in Japanese. Sometimes you can find it in Korean and Chinese as well. So something to look at. But again, I love this artwork. I think it's similar to that as well. So a couple cards are going to be in this art style, which I think is maybe why a lot of these cards are pumping, because they kind of have this unique art style to them. Next up, Baxcalibur. This card exploded overnight. I was scrolling through, I guess, Twitter or X, and I saw someone had posted this. I think we covered this like last week. It was like a $14 card, and it's up 336%. It's now right around $60 card. Kind of crazy, but again, you kind of have that crazy painted art style, super different, abstract, lots of colors. We'll get into it after a couple cards, but we'll kind of show you some other cards. But again, super cool card. Again, this kind of exploded overnight. I'm not sure if it's people are buying up that art style or what's going on with it, but if you have this, some people might have a couple because it was such a cheap card back then. I mean, it used to be a $10 card, so you might want to get rid of it again. But again, an update where some of these cards have just kind of come out of nowhere in price. Another card that's going crazy right now, Dragapult EX from Prismatic Evolutions. Again, it's Prismatic Evolutions. You can't find it. Every card is going to be expensive, but I love the artwork. I love how he's like almost all made of gems, and then you have this kind of crazy abstract background sitting at $177. Looks like, but again, yep, 190, 190, 190, 175. In Japanese, looks like it's right around a $50 card. But again, super cool card. I think it'll come down once you kind of get Prismatic, if we get a reprint or if people can actually start finding it in shelves. But again, another card that's going up in price. Guys, another cool card, Galarian Slowking V. This card has moved up in price. It was like a $28 card. It got down to $26, and now we are sitting at right around $60 to $65 for this card. It's super cool. I believe it's the same. He is the same artist that did the Drowzee, so we'll take a look at this in a minute. But again, super cool card, has the same art style. You have some more colors where it's more of some brighter colors. It's not as dark as the Drowzee card, but you do have that same kind of design where it's super standoffish, painted, looks different. Super cool card. Another one to look at if you kind of like the Drowzee, but you don't want to pay the $90 to $100 premium on it because it's exploded right now. This might be another one. It's the same artist that did it that you might want to look into. Super cool artwork. I don't have this one either. I would like to pick it up. I kind of want to see if it comes down, but at this point, I don't feel like it's going to come down. It's probably going to keep going. Next up is it Adabax from Paldea Evolved. Again, same artist, same art style, super cool, lots of colors, abstract, looks like, you know, hand drawn. This card is up 163%. It is right around a $50 card. Looks like someone got light played for 30, but 45, 48, 48 for the last sold. We go back and look, this was a $2 card forever, and then it's starting to explode in price. Again, this is the same artist that did the Slowking and the Drowzee, so I think people are either starting to love this artwork because it's different, or people are just buying it up because the Drowzee is booming, and now all these other cards are starting to boom because it's the artist that did these cards as well. Another card that's going up, Morty's Conviction. Super cool card. It's up 38%. It's a, you know, you have Gengar in it. Looks super cool. If you like trainer cards, if you like Gengar, you have a Pidgey as well. Still an affordable card. Looks like people are getting it right around $45 to $47. Again, it used to be $39. It spiked up all the way to $90 back in April. And now we're kind of coming back down. We're kind of in a slope where we might start to see it go up again. So again, it's right around $15, or I'm sorry, not $15. It's about $50 off its high of $90. So if you didn't have this card and you kind of forgot about it, it's come back down to earth from $90. You might want to pick it up before it starts swinging up, but this card is looking like it is on the move. Next up, Shrouded Fable, Earthen Vessel, the gold card. Super cool card. Right around, you know, a couple, lightly played, $53, near mint. You're looking at right around a $70 card. Again, it's up 32%, but it was a $37 to $40 card, and now you can see it has shot up all the way to $70. Another card to look out for, you might have pulled it. You know, if you opened some Shrouded Fable and you pulled a gold card, most likely you have it. Again, that's jumped up in price recently as well. Another card that's kind of been moving a lot is the Metagross. I believe we just covered this either in our Saturday video or it was Tuesday where we talked about this card. It's slowly moving. It's up 172%. Used to be a $5 or $6 card, and then you can slowly see this increase with the incline. And it went from about a $20 card, and now we are sitting at a $30 to $40 card, 40, 35, 42, lightly played for 22, $40 near mint today. Again, Japanese cards, if you like the artwork, but you want something that's more affordable, people picked it up for one for $12 today and one at $11 today. So that's going to do it. The last thing I was going to cover is here's some of the other cards. I was just going to kind of scroll through, are from the same artist that did the Drowzee and the Slow King. Another one that people love is this Sun and Moon promo, which is the Eevee and Snorlax. Super cool, super different, has the same vibe as those other cards. Again, that's up 63%, but it looks like people are still getting it right around $60 to $65. For being a Sun and Moon card, still seems pretty affordable, especially being a tag team. I think it's super cool. It's super different. You don't see a lot of cards like this. This is one you might want to look out for or keep on your watch list. After that, you have an Expeditions Pidgeot. Super cool. You have the e-reader, which is, you know, what they did on that set back in the time. Super cool, kind of this all red vibe on that. And then you can kind of go through, I mean, you see some other cards we covered with, you know, this one here, the Slowbro. You did the Slow King here, the Dark Slow King. You have this really cool looking Machamp. You know, I just think his art looks super cool. It's super different. Like a near mint, $20 for a Wizard of the Coast. That's a promo card. So if you could find that. You also have Rowlet, you have Politoed. Some people might have this card if you're an older collector from Neo Discovery. He did the Politoed as well. Super cool card. I believe I have this card in my binder. It's up 8%. It's moving a little bit. Lightly played though for $25 if you just like the artwork. Even near mint, looks like someone picked it right around 30. So still an affordable card. Looks super cool. Love the artwork on that. He's done a Ditto and a Light Slowbro. I mean, the art goes on and on. Those are more of his expensive cards. But again, any of these other cards you guys like, go through and look at his artwork. I mean, the top movers are probably going to be, you know, the main ones like the Eevee. Even if this moves some, but you have the Drowzee, the Aerobax, the Slow King. Just that newer art style people are probably going after. So those are the cards that have been moving. Here's some of the other artists. Here's some of the other cards from the artists that of most of the cards that are booming right now. So I thought I'd show you what's out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for the support. Leave a like. Let me know what you guys have been buying down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.